doors have opened. The timer has started. Welcome to your weekly dose of post-apocalyptic mayhem. In the year 2115, a Penance RPG production.
Welcome to 2115, Episode 3. We continue our epic quest. Who are you? What are you? And what do you have on you? Starting with Susie.
Hiya, I'm Susie Q. I'm a halfling, also known as Dr. Frances Stein, and she's carrying a shovel and some crackers.
Fair enough. Next we have Dragon.
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing Irwaz. They are a elf, aqua gelf, and they are carrying some shooty things and some medkits.
Hooray.
And lots of empty bottles, which I am suspicious of what's going to happen with these empty bottles.
Fair.
We have form.
Oh yeah, I forgot about John and the bottles. It's a good thing he's asleep to not listen to this.
That wasn't even what I meant, but that too.
You talking about our adventures in the Underdark?
Maybe.
Hey, that stuff came in useful. I can't exactly remember how, but it was magical.
Oh god. Next we have Tom.
Hey up, I'm the music... I was going to say the music man. I'm not the music man, I'm the music Roomba. I just, float around blasting music because I like it. It's good stuff. Currently got a double-barreled shotgun precariously tied to me with string and a huge bag of shells in the back pocket.
Rowan.
Hello, I'm Rowan. I play Index, a little lab rat. I am 2 years old. It's a bit of an old rat now. Me and Tam Tam travel the world together. I usually sit on top of Tam Tam and fire aforementioned Uzi and the turret style thing. Stuff I have includes batteries and bits of wire and shit.
Fair enough. And finally, Bowery.
Hi, I'm Tex. I'm technically down as like a fish gelf, but more accurate, I'm literally just a fish in a robot body, I guess. Like a fishbowl on top of a janky ass robot. I have a guy's ear taped to the side of my fishbowl, and a model castle in said fishbowl as well, where I live.
And a plant.
Oh yeah, I got a plant. I'm sick. I need to write that down.
No Amy this week because she's been called into work. No Rolf this week because he is away doing something else. So, what happened last week?
Was last week Dennis and Miss Honeybuns?
Yes.
Was that the week before?
Yeah.
That was last week.
All in all,
Tam came into his own.
I would call last week a total success.
I think it was
for
quite
you.
successful.
Got lots of drugs.
Successful for everybody. We're all still alive.
We were given a parcel to deliver. We delivered it.
We got to raid a guy's trailer.
It did indeed blow them up, which is what I expected. Dr. Stein randomly killed a drug dealer. And then...
Tactically.
Appropriated said drugs.
Well, the boss told us to bring the drugs to them.
The boss which you named,
Mr. E!
apart from Amy who called him Charles E. Which I forgot all about till we listened to the episode.
Mystery.
So, what else happened?
Oh, we had to go into the safe to get the shells, and that's when we realised that the shells that went into Texie's tank were worth a lot of money. Like, they are the money, which was ridiculous.
Tex had a 20-minute long quandary as to whether or not to suffocate the drugged out people in the van with a pillow.
Oh
Hello.
yeah.
Eventually, I think you
Welcome-
decided not to, or rather,
Welcome to
I stopped.
RPG games with Valerie.
I stopped the murderous fish.
Murderous guppy of all things.
Yeah.
But I will add, guppies are really social fish. Like, they're not cruel.
I mean, I feel like I'm being pretty social. Like, there's like however many guys there are here, and I'm hanging out with you. That's pretty social.
In fairness, you did skip over the roadblock last week, where
Oh, that's
Tex
good.
did try to be social.
Try
Everything
to be social.
went really well.
Yeah, I feel like if anything, I tend to be the one who tries to negotiate rather than murder someone with a shovel.
it's true. You are often
Yeah.
at the forefront of the attempting. The problem is the succeeding is where often fails.
Did we mention we started a trend of hiding bodies in the bombed out
Oh yeah.
brothel?
And then the other one was like, wait a minute, you're leaving those clothes on them?
Oh yeah.
And then he got beaten up because he took the coat. So it all worked out, like I said.
And then we got back to our hideout.
Oh, and Mr. E blew up Dennis, who was also his drug dealer, because he.
Yeah, Dennis was in seeing Miss Honeybunny. That's
Yeah.
totally how I remember it.
That's how that happened, right, guys?
Hmm
Absolutely.
I just found these drugs in the street. They're mine now.
Yeah. Well, no. We took it from his van. We took it from him, but we didn't take it from him because he wasn't there. He was
Exactly.
at Honeybuns. He must have left his coat behind. I guess he wouldn't need it at Miss Honeybuns now.
But that's why we had to break into the safe.
Yeah.
The
Because
code of
the
which
drugs
was
were in there.
the
Yes,
code of which was
yes.
7.
Which was some good puzzling.
That was. Oh my god. Ah.
Chef's kiss.
Right.
Didn't we end with us all sort of like walking into the sunset, metaphorically speaking? I don't think it's
Yeah,
either.
we were walking back towards your hideout, await to phone Mr. E to find out what's going on.
Yeah, I do remember that Dr. Stein was wondering whether or not by shells he meant shotgun shells as currency or their shells as currency. She wanted
think
to
it
have
was-
that checked.
We were like,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
we should take the shells out of Tex's tank.
Don't we
Kind
put,
of target.
yeah, don't sort of display them.
Speaking of shells, are there any shells in the shotgun that I'm trailing along behind me with a piece of string?
You did take the 2 shells out of it because it was loaded.
That would have been quite a recipe for disaster. Do. Oh crap, who have I killed?
Will they survive until Plummet's record of episode 4 before someone actually dies? Let's carry on
Did
and
type
see.
that last that long?
I think it was maybe at 3 there was the first injury, and then 4 was the first death.
Yeah, Tyke survived a couple of episodes.
Poor Tyke.
I
He
got
was
a
too
dink.
good for this world.
Was it yes? It must have been last time. I got a bit of a dink, and I think that's the first
You did,
damage.
Yes.
Oh no, actually, no, it wasn't the first damage. Tex was the first damage in the first episode when he got his arm blown off.
Yeah. That sounds
Technically,
about right.
it's fine now, but still counts, I think, as an injury.
At the end of last episode, I think you all decided that Lottie would be the one that phoned Mr. E. But since Lottie isn't here, due to magical wizardry, what are you going to do?
I think she saw the red dot.
Yep, chase the red dot.
It's just gone. Has she ran off with the
The ears.
agents? Yeah.
No, the agent was still attached to the side of Tex's tank.
Excellent.
How convenient. Howdy, Mr. E, I guess.
Who's this Mr. E?
I mean, that's what we've decided to call y'all. In lieu of any other moniker.
I see.
Cause
Get
like,
the shells?
yeah, but like, one sec, I was explaining why we're calling you that. It's because, you see, you're pretty mysterious, and it's like, you sound like a guy. So I go for like Mr. E, it kind of sounds like mystery.
It's not a good pun if you have to explain it.
I mean,
I think his delivery is wrong.
I kind of feel like he's just isn't a very pun kind of guy. Like, he seems kind of all business. I mean,
I think your delivery is wrong. You're
One
kind of like
second.
apologetic. You don't want to be apologetic when you're delivering puns. Own it.
You hear the sound of muttering in the background of the call, then you go, "Can you take 2 steps to your left?"
I remember kind of like what happened last time I did that, and my arm still creaks, so I'm gonna elect to not do that.
Well, can't be helped. So, I need you to drop these shells off at a small place. It's just your standard butcher. You can find it near the hideout.
I mean, like, can you be a little bit more specific, like, than just near?
Well, it's Terry the Butcher you're looking for.
Because, I mean, like, Google Maps worked like that last time, but I kind of, like, had to get, like, a pretty good roll, and I don't see that happening again.
What's this roll you're talking about?
I would like to know too.
I've got a better question. When you say butcher, do you mean butcher as in someone who cuts up meat for sale, or butcher as in someone who just cuts people up?
I'm not sure what you mean by there being a difference.
Okay.
Well, meat is meat, is it not?
Depends
Actually,
whether or
no,
not
I'm
it's
gonna
got worms in it.
I'm gonna
mean,
start playing.
in fairness, I'm part bluefin tuna. I don't really care where the meat comes from.
I mean, unless it's like, you know, like, tuna's on the menu.
Meh.
Okay,
If
to
it's good
start
food,
playing
it's good
Man-Eater
food.
on
By
a
which I mean,
2.
I'm pretty sure you don't want to be filleted. As neither do I, but like, I feel like there ain't a big market for like guppy.
Especially a guppy that fits in a fishbowl.
Yeah, like, I ain't too, like, meaty.
Don't worry, I can look after myself.
I'm sure. So what, we just gonna like, ask around?
I told you, you can find it near your hideout. You'll know
What
it by
you
the smell.
I mean, I kinda can't smell. I kinda exist in a liquid medium that does not translate, like, outside sense very well. I technically don't really have a sense of smell. Also, I wasn't really listening. What did you say his name was?
Oh, just take 2 steps to your left and I'll tell you.
I mean, I feel like if you're gonna try and
Terry.
shoot my arm off again,
It was
you kinda
Terry
need
the
to, like,
Butcher.
come up with a new plan. Cause, like, I feel like I was getting wise to you.
It's okay.
Yes, you're so
It's Terry
wise
the
to my
Butcher.
plan, yes. Just,
Let's go.
Thank you, Mr. E. We will be going now to this Terry the Butcher.
Toodaloo. We'll be in touch.
Alright, what do you want to do now?
You know, the next time you try and explain shit to him, he's going to shoot you and break the bowl.
I mean, I kinda hope not, because I need that to live.
It's so gonna happen.
Eventually, he's gonna snap.
Yep.
I mean, all I'm saying is maybe he should be less uptight.
Okay, I would recommend that we start moving towards the safe house.
Yeah,
As
back
everyone else.
towards the hideout. And
All this butcher talk has made me hungry. Do you think we could stop somewhere and buy some food? Since apparently shells are
I
money.
mean, you not got them crackers?
well, if we're hungry, if we go by the smell of meat, then we'll find Terry the Butcher quicker. So let's go do that first.
Ah, smart.
Captain.
Alright. So you make your way slowly back towards your hideout. As you get back to the hideout, there's a distinct smell of like blood in the air.
Can I follow my nose?
You can, yes?
I mean,
What
surely
do
it's
we
just
see?
Roll awareness.
Oh no.
If you got a 1, how would you manage to follow your nose so badly that you got horrifically injured? How would that even play out?
Easy, you'd get so hung up sniffing your nose, you just run into a spike.
Or, yeah, like a wall.
Or you inhale something spiky.
My god. Just inhale a whole, like, what's the casing around the chestnut called?
A husk. I don't know.
The spiky bit.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
One of them.
Oh no.
While the tuna fish is following her nose, the doctor's going to lean over and stage whisper, "It's now a bad time to mention I'm a vegetarian."
Ah yes. Dr. Stein. Famously against using meat of any kind. Actually, I guess vegetarian isn't too much of a stretch. Vegan, I mean, obviously would be a bit ridiculous, but vegetarian isn't too bad. Maybe you're saving all the best cuts for the... I mean... What?
You know you're thinking out loud, right?
No?
I just heard all that.
Oh, hang on, I'll turn my speakers down from, like, I've just been talking with a volume of 5, which is like loud talking. Just going to turn it back down to 1 with whispering.
You see, that's the good thing about an accent, is it clearly delineates what is in character and out of character.
Oh, no.
It's so much fun though to respond to out of character stuff in character. Blah.
So, as there was, notice that the smell of blood seems to be coming from across the street. As they cross the street, they notice outside one of the sort of bombed out buildings, there seems to be a trail of blood leading inside. What are you going to do?
I mean,
Am I hungry? I'm just trying to work out how hungry I am. Because I imagine if I'm hungry, then the tuna genetics would be like, food.
what would you roll against for hungry?
I'm not sure.
Survival, maybe? You have
Right, that's
survival?
up to the voice in the sky.
I don't know, I'm just trying to think out loud.
Yeah, you're slightly hungry. Hungry enough that you'd be interested if there was something that caught your eye.
I'm going to have a look inside.
Alright, so you walk inside. The trail of blood seems to lead to quite a large solid oak door, and the underside of the door seems to be covered in a thick layer of dried blood. Do you wish to knock on the door, or just open the door? What do you want to do?
Can I hear anything through the door?
You hear the sound of, like, thudding, but once every 30 seconds, like something very heavy coming down on something.
So like, this trail of blood, we're following it from the street,
Yep.
and it's like a massive obvious
Yes.
trail of
This-
blood, and it goes through an archway and then to a door.
Yep.
Above the archway, is there a sign? Like, Terry the Butcher's?
There's a very crude scrawling that says TRRY.
Tree! This may be the place.
This might sound an odd question, but is it a wet thud or a dry thud?
It's a very wet sounding thud.
Fair. I'm not sure anything has ever in the history of words been described as a dry thud.
I know what you mean, though, somehow.
Yeah, but like, I don't think anything's ever been described as such.
Probably not.
Okay, I'm going to knock on the door and then open it.
Okay. You open the door, and inside, a very large man covered in tattoos and quite a long beard keeps slamming a meat cleaver into meat that you're not really sure of the origin already. And he turns to face you and goes, "What do you want?"
Howdy.
Howdy.
Are you Terry?
Yes, I am Terry. What do you want?
What do we want with Terry?
We were
Are
told
you-
to deliver something to you.
Is it meat or is it supply?
I mean, I don't know what you mean by supply, but I'm pretty sure it ain't a bomb like the last time.
Bomb? What is bomb?
No, I'm
Oh
like,
my god, Tech.
it's not a bomb.
Oh my god, will someone shut that damn guppy up?
Does he have like a wire going
this
to a
point-
speaker?
I'm going to
text,
start saying,
I didn't-
we have a delivery of shells for you.
At this point, Terry points to a very crudely drawn set of prices on the wall. One of them seems to be meat, one of them seems to be, let's call it very cheap cybernetic enhancements.
Oh. Ooh. We can buy cybernetic.
Yes, I install myself. And
Excellent.
he sort of slams through the meat and walks over and says, "So, have you brought me meat or have you brought me supply?"
Supply, I guess.
Yeah, we borrow like this bag of seashells.
Okay. He takes the bag off you and looks at it. Sort of looks like quite a lot and turns it over and sort of goes, what do you want for this?
We was kind of just told leave it here. Like, do you want to talk to the guy in the ear?
Who told you to leave it here?
Don't actually know his name.
Steven's
one sec.
boss.
We'll get him on the.
That one.
Alright, sure.
Out of interest, bag of shells, is that the bag that was in my storage locker? 'Cause
I
think
assumed
that's
it
where
was.
Okay, just double checking.
Right, I guess if you want anything, then, sure.
Okay. I'm going to have a look at the cybernetic options.
Alright.
What do I want?
You notice that majority of them seem to be misspelled, but some of them are interesting. Like the concept of flesh pockets and installing like wover spikes and stuff like that and all these things. They sound very crude.
Is there a scope?
You look through the list, there does not seem to be anything involving the skull.
Okay. That's probably wise, actually, from here. That's fair.
Do you want to upgrade? I can upgrade you.
I'd really like an eye scope for accuracy. But, see, I like the idea of the spikes, but that would really screw up my aerodynamics in water.
Aerodynamics and water.
How much would
Use
it
the
cost?
finest steel. See, and he points at a pile of very crude-looking metal scraps that are lying on the floor.
How much for you to like weld some sparks on like my shoulders or something? I think that'd look pretty rad.
Humanoid or?
No, just on like robot bits.
I don't deal with robot. I deal
mean-
with flesh and blood.
I can easy weld spikes on.
I mean, I ain't sure
Make a
like I was going to fit many sparks on like my flesh. There ain't a whole lot of real estate there.
But I could do both.
I mean, I'm gonna try and keep my like actual body like pretty pristine, I think.
I mean, I could give you really cool robot legs on your fish farm.
So
I mean,
hang on,
but
he'd
then-
be fish riding a mech inside a fishbowl, which is also a mech.
Yeah. But then
I
we
mean-
could make him a hat so he could, like, a special bubble hat so he could breathe.
I'll be
Right.
honest, that kind of sounds like what I got going already, but with like extra steps.
Yeah. I need
I'm a-
supplies.
I'm gonna take a rain check on that one.
Rain check? What do you mean?
Like, I'm a shelf that. I'm gonna like say no for now.
I understand. It's okay. I will get other subjects to test it on
We
first.
Gucci. That's what the kids say. We Gucci.
Speaking
Gucci.
of, she turns to...
Was ist Gucci?
It's like it's good, isn't it? It's like we Gucci. That's what the kids say.
What child do you hang around with, fishing bowl?
I mean, no, I've been like studying for like 2 weeks, but it sounds like some of the kids would say.
I see.
So, Terry,
Yes.
you offer spikes.
Spikes, oil change, metal under skin.
Do you sell parts?
If price is right, yes.
Okay. Do you sell, like, supplies for, like, self-repair and stuff?
I sell oil and metal. He gestures again to the pile of metal, and you notice that some of them are indeed covered in oil.
And that's your metal.
Yes.
Do you have the place where you heat the metal up?
What?
A
No.
forge!
No, I just got it with cleaver.
Because you've got big old muscles.
Yes, let's go with that.
But you see my friend here, and she gestures to Eroaz. This is Eroaz, and you see she's slender, she's sleek, she needs to be fast. Those big chunks for big spiky guys like you.
But she look better with big spring in leg.
But she also fall over with big spring in one leg because she's got two.
Well, you pay for two then. Then everyone happy.
Do you want springs in your legs?
Not particularly springs, but it might be cheaper for me to get some spikes here and then you can do something with them afterwards.
Always a possibility. Also, do you have anything in the way of lids?
Lids?
Lids!
What is lids?
So, like, you know how when you have a jar of piss under your table
What?
and you don't want to spill it? You put a thing on top, right? And it's,
No,
stops it.
you use piss to clean metal.
Oh dear.
It's sterile.
Oh, I don't want that in me anymore.
I mean, is a guy who kind of like lives where he also like goes, it is pretty sterile.
Yes.
Just
For a
saying.
bit.
You could just ask if he has like a manhole cover or something. See if we can like duct tape that to the top of Tex's fishbowl.
That's mostly held together by duct tape.
Yes.
Can we drop the
Can
whole
you get
lid
a new
idea?
bowl?
I don't really want to like suffocate.
But you won't. We'll have little holes in it or something.
Manhole covers have holes in anyway, don't they?
And
Also-
permeable membranes.
Like, I ain't really convinced that a fishbowl can support the weight of like a big piece of iron.
Neither am I.
Nonsense. Your fishbowl will be fine holding up 15 kilos of iron.
And I mean, my concern is once like the fishbowl stops holding up 15 kilos of iron, then I'll be holding up the 15 kilos of iron, and I don't think I'm going to do no good job of that.
Yeah, maybe not.
That's why you need robot arms.
He leans over the counter and looks very much at Tex, and looks through the sort of fishbowl at Tex himself and goes, "So you animated fish, you need a metal body."
I mean, I've got one, like
No, proper metal body. None of this tat. I mean, look at this. And he grabs your arm and tugs it gently. Natural one.
Careful, you'll spill his water.
Tex
Don't give
sparks
him
a leak
ideas.
in his arm and fluid starts pouring onto the floor. See, look at this. This is fire risk.
I mean, it didn't used to do that until y'all tugged on it. I ain't convinced that ain't entirely your fault.
As the ability to move is slowly stopping in Tex's arm.
Can I hustle over and try and fix him?
You can, yes?
What would I be rolling for that?
Engineering.
Engineering.
Or a metalwork, either one.
Like, I'm pretty attached to this. It's like
I've
my
got
body.
two both.
I'm very attached to it, and I like to stay attached to me, as the saying goes.
I mean, like, I've had this as long as I've like since them 2 weeks ago.
So
19.
So the doctor pulls out some duct tape, and after about 3 or 4 bits of duct tape attached, the leaking stops. And at this point, Terry goes, "Ah,
Well, now we need to buy some oil.
it does not always work that well. I mean, what is this tape? Tape not work.
No, this tape is magical. She's got a light side and a dark side, and there's nothing it can't bind together. That and this really thin twine called baling twine. You
Maybe
can fix
like,
anything.
look, I'll show you how good it holds things together. Like, stick your arms out, like, with your wrists touching.
What, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I learned this before. I don't trust any customer who say, put your arms out, Terry.
No, we ain't gonna cut it off, just like, trust me.
Yeah, let's see what he does. Natural 20.
Oh my god.
He puts his arms out, and you see, like, there's obviously something under his skin on both arms.
Cool, that's pretty cool. Like, what you got going on under there?
What? Nothing. What do you mean?
Like, never mind. Like, just look and like, we'll tape his arms together.
Can try.
Trying to think if there's anything I could reasonably coax us to giving us a bonus to that.
Add brawling.
What about handguns?
No.
Urwaz is just standing back, going, I'm just going to watch this time.
You tape his arms together, and he sort of starts, like, gently pulling and goes, right, so you tape them together. Now what?
Like, just look, it's pretty strong, right? Try and get out of there.
Let's just see what happens. At this point, he goes, he picks up his cleaver and begins to start trying to sort of saw the tape off.
No, that's cheating, like, with, like, your arms. Try and pull them apart.
He begins to look panicked as the cleaver seems to dig into his arm and blood starts pouring everywhere.
I mean, that's why I was telling y'all not to use the cleaver, like, that's kind of your fault.
He begins to start panicking. He just emits a roar and goes for Tex. Do me a dodge roll, Barry.
Every time. I am starting to notice a pattern with you, Tex.
I was just trying to show him how good the tape were. Like, it ain't my fault he nearly cut off his own arm. Shit.
Yeah, he does
Oh.
something to Tex. 20. Head.
Oh,
4. Bruise. He cracks Tex's fish tank.
Oh, another crack.
yo, get me some more tape.
So is there,
Problem caused by tape is solved by tape.
among the drugs that I have acquired, is there anything that I could feasibly stick on my finger, shove up this big guy's nose, and knock him out?
Well, considering you don't know anything does,
Can I
Could
take a
roll
wild
and-
guess?
yeah.
Wild guess. Roll for it.
So do a roll to shove something up his nose. And
I mean-
and then I'll do a roll to see
my
what it
God.
was you put up there.
I do have a point in pharmaceuticals, so there may be something I recognise.
Okay.
Um,
What kind of thing are you looking for it to be?
So preferably something that's going to sedate him / knock him out.
Maybe make him just so high that he doesn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, like something that's just going to make him totally relax and lie down so we can patch up his arm and then raid his shop.
Okay. Roll.
Oh dear.
Natural 1.
Oh, it goes up your own nose. Oh my god.
Right, this is interesting. So, the good doctor has some kind of weird pink pill on the end of her finger. He goes to try and shove it up Terry's nose. Terry moves at the last minute, takes the doctor's finger into his mouth, bites her finger off, and swallows the lot.
Which finger?
The forefinger.
Yeah, index.
Index finger, yeah.
I
So,
mean,
the doctor
left
is
or
now
right?
missing her first finger on her. Let's just see. It's her left hand.
Okay.
So, what the pill was, however,
Ooh, so I know what the pink pills are.
you give him something, and although he's kind of pink with rage, chewing, and there's blood coming out of his mouth, and then you hear the sound of his stomach rumbling, and he stops, looks down, and you just see him, like, panic come over his face.
Oh no.
Is he about to crap himself?
It's a laxative.
Projectile vomit? Or explode violently?
Spit my finger back out! I'm going to scream and ready my shovel.
Let's see what happens to him. You hear a very loud, I can only describe it as loud sound, like something being violently squirted out of somewhere. Drops to his knees and starts crying, and then sort of curls up in the fetal position.
Oh, don't cry!
Has he spat my finger out?
Nope.
Ah,
The smell finally overcomes the smell of blood, and it's a smell like kind of mix of blood and human waste.
So, having no sense
So
of smell.
can I cut his arms free?
And patch him up, maybe?
Yeah.
I want my finger back!
I'm going to do first aid on him before I try and get the finger back.
I feel
Yeah.
like get the finger first.
Nah,
He's cut into an artery in his arm. The finger can wait.
exactly.
Not if he swallowed it.
You can build another one.
Alright. You try and patch up his arm. The blood seems to be coagulating quite strongly, and it's as if there's not that much blood in him.
Oh no, I think he's already gone.
Can I dermal stapler my finger hole?
Yep, you can, yes.
Thank you.
So
I'm just
you
going to
don't-
do that.
Kill
You've lost your
everyone across.
I'm just going to do that.
Some
innit?
people.
Does he
I just
have a
wanna
back
say-
shop?
Basically, you're the only ones in the shop at the moment.
Okay, I'm just going to start looking through drawers and shit.
Technically, he killed himself. Like, he's the one who elected to pick up the cleaver and put it in such close proximity to his wrists.
Ah, yes, and Jigsaw was definitely not responsible for any of those murders.
I mean, I specifically said, like, don't use the cleaver, that's cheating, y'all. Like,
I'm
is
not
he dead?
convinced that's what killed him.
It was probably the pill.
Is
Yeah.
he dead?
In
Or, like,
combination with. Is he dead? Has
he's
anyone
not, he
checked
will
his
be damn
pulse? When you say he doesn't have much blood, is that because he has not got much blood left, or because he didn't have much to begin with? 'Cause
Yeah,
he was
like
half
robot arms.
cyborg.
His arms didn't seem to have much blood in them. He's breathing very shallowly at the moment.
Okay, so he's dying.
Is there anything more I can do to try and stabilize him?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I feel like he's probably just like in an emotionally vulnerable place right now. So I want to sort of like go towards him and like crouch down next to him and pat him on the back. Like, it's alright, man. It happens to everybody. Like, I'm a fish. Like, I literally, it just sort of comes out.
Oh my
His
god.
hands go out for Tex.
Uh-oh.
Get him to spit out my finger.
19. Right leg. Oh god. 7. Basically, he rips Tex's right leg off.
Nah, I kind of feel like he's taking this the wrong way.
So,
Like,
Valerie, I hate saying this, but roll to see how delicately you land. You land, and luckily your hat does stop the fishbowl from immediately pouring everywhere.
can I at least sit up?
Can, yes, though you are missing your right leg.
Hey, can anyone find like a crutch or something?
What does he do to Tex's right leg? Oh god. He throws it at Tex.
Fuck.
He misses. So he
Out of
throws
interest,
the
why
right
does-
Tex's right leg at him. It goes well past him and flies out through the door, leaving a trail of oil behind.
I kind of feel like we got off to the wrong sort of start. Like, what you see, we let bygones be bygones.
I will kill you, fishman.
I mean, all I was trying to do was show you how good the tape was. Use the one who cut in your own arm.
I will kill you, fishman.
I kind of feel like was misinterpreting like where the blame lies. What about the doctor who administered the pill that made you like just mess yourself?
You. And he points towards the doctor.
So I was like starting to loot his
hand.
shop.
Yeah, the doctor's away, just like ransacking his shop. He can't see the doctor for the moment.
This whole time, Tam Tam has just been sort of floating serenely, just sort of waiting, just sort of not exactly watching because I don't really have eyes exactly, but just sort of seeing what's happening. And
So-
I don't know that he's going to do anything else. He's just going to keep watching because
I'm gonna be honest, guys.
Because
like,
weird biologicals are being weird.
I know, right? It's crazy.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't really relish the idea. Like, it's taken a lot to keep all of the guilt and, like, dread down. But I kind of feel like we should kill this guy, too. Like, he seems to be a bit angry, like, when there's not really any blame. Like, he seems to be
I
taking
don't
it
know.
really personally.
I mean, he's almost dead. That's probably deserving of at least a little
mean-
bit of blame.
Yeah, but I kind of feel
Is
like
he
that's his
almost
own...
dead?
Even if it is, I kind of feel like that's kind of his own fault.
He seems to be struggling. He's sitting up and he's struggling, and you see him clutching his stomach, and he's just enraged at Tex and trying to scrabble towards him every so often, but then being like buckled over by his stomach.
Okay, can I do a medical pharmaceutics check to see if there's anything I can work out
Sure.
about
I
what
feel
the
like-
fuck the doctor gave him?
I feel
Or
like that's kind of the opposite of what I was going for with my little speech there.
well, it will gather us some information.
Yeah, okay, and then we murder him, right? Because like, if we don't kill him, he's probably going to try and kill me again. He's already doing a pretty good job at that.
Well, it's kinda your own fault.
Yeah, some might argue you were asking for it by telling him to tie his arms together so that he couldn't get them out. A man who is known as Terry the Butcher.
I was just trying to prove how good the tape was.
You could have
And I
done that in
figured-
so many other ways, man.
I figured a strong guy like him, he'd be up for the challenge.
You can't tell what the doctor gave him. All you know is it must be something gastrointestinal.
Right. And there's nothing I can give him that might help.
No.
Okay. Terry, to be honest, your best bet at the moment is getting to the doctor.
I am doctor.
Yeah? Well, it looks like your stomach might be bleeding internally.
A hex on you. A hex on you. And a hex on that fucking fish.
So I say we put it to the vote, like, because quite frankly, I ain't very comfortable right now. Like, do we just blast the guy or like what? I vote for blasting him.
What does everyone else say?
I'm going to sort of shake it, and just sort of like to wake myself up, just be like, it depends if he knows any good songs. If he knows any good songs, I think we should spare him.
Has the doctor found any food while she's nosing about the place?
While the doctor's been nosing around, she's found lots of random, like, very, very crude implants. Lots of metal pieces, lots of very simplistic things, and some very soiled medical tools.
You can sterilise those.
Also found a sort of like meat locker full of what I can only describe as carcasses, both humanoid and otherwise. And she also finds a small back room containing what looks like a bunch of gear that they've taken off anyone that's basically come in with gear on them before they've been turned into meat.
I'm going to drift over to that back room, and I'm going to start sifting through the gear in search of anything musical, be they instruments or recordings.
Alright.
Thank you. Oh dear.
You find
6.
what you are completely assuring yourself is a kazoo.
A kazoo! Holy shit. I don't have lips. How am I going to play it?
The forever problem.
Oh god. I'm going to have to ask Index this about when she wakes up from her nap. I'm assuming she's like napping on my casing.
Yeah, she's probably either napping on your casing or napping in your
Storage locker.
storage locker that's now free of shells.
It is.
Index is
yes.
quite old. I love
He's
the idea you're
naps.
just going to ask Index to give you lips.
Well, just something. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need to be lips, but that would be
I mean,
amazing.
can I shout over and be
Drum
like,
plus
"Ah,
kazoo.
you're still there, Doc?"
Did the doctor find any food?
Food? No, apart from the meat from the various people.
No crackers.
No, no crackers.
Does she have any crackers left?
She doesn't really know. Not on
Yeah.
her anyway. She knows there's more at the hideout.
How far away is the hideout?
Across the
10
street,
minutes
wasn't it?
away. It's not that far.
How dead is this guy looking?
Quite. Well, he doesn't look dead. He looks like he's like on his last legs. He might recover and basically come back and try and kill Tex over and over again.
Doc,
I'm okay with that.
was putting it
Maybe
to the
he'll
vote.
stop
What do
trying
you-
to kill people.
I mean, I wasn't trying to kill anybody until he ripped my leg off. Like, Doc was having a vote. Like, I say we blast him, and I feel like you would be on my side.
Well, he does look like he's had a bit of a weird accident, on one hand.
I wonder how.
Look, all I'm saying is it is
the other
entirely
hand-
his fault.
Has he spat my finger out yet?
No.
Then I say we blast him and get your finger back.
Before you guys do that, I'm going to float back over to him and say, this kazoo, may I have it instead of modifications?
What? What?
This kazoo.
What is kazoo?
It is a musical instrument.
That is a crack pipe.
Oh. I'm going to be really, really disappointed, and I'm just going to drop it, just sort of carelessly drop it, let it fall to the ground, and just go into a corner and start crying to myself.
Yo, like Pam, if like we blast him, we can take his lips, and then you can have lips.
But I wouldn't have a kazoo to play.
But y'all might find one, or like a trombone,
What's the
or
point?
like a saxophone, or an oboe or something.
Wouldn't he also
Maybe
need
the
lungs?
I mean, an air compressor would do the job, surely.
Maybe.
I get
You're
a
only
feeling.
standing on one leg, you know that, right?
I'm sitting up.
Sitting on the
I
floor
get
on
the-
one leg.
I get the feeling that poor old Terry's gonna die before we even work out what to do with him at this point. Because
Well,
that-
right, okay.
I am.
Terry!
I have stabilized him.
I
Terry.
feel like that's 3 votes to 1 for like blasting him.
Is it? I thought it was
Really?
Really?
That's what you took
Good
from
one.
that?
Yeah. Look, Tam Tam needs lips.
I'm
The
not in any.
doctor, like,
I'm not in any. No,
needs-
I'm not in any state to vote either way. I'm too upset about the fact that it wasn't actually a kazoo.
where the doctor would like her finger back, and I would honestly not like I'd prefer to not be hunted down for the rest of my natural born life.
just like to point out that if this is another friend of Mr. E's, he's gonna probably start getting really annoyed with us.
Well, that
we need to stop
depends.
killing random people.
We need to stop
start
killing
making
his
use of the phone.
friends.
No. There's one important question to ask here. Mr. Terry,
Yes.
supplies. Is that usually bits of people you can use?
Well, they come in, I remove them. I remove what's on one and put it into another.
So if we were sent in as to bring you supplies, the supplies would be what, like our arms and legs and eyes and...
Well, you know, organ transplant is still good.
Yeah, lots of people need kidneys and spleens and lungs
Oh,
and
yes, people are
stomachs
worth a lot of money.
and intestinal tracts and, you know, I bet you've got all that kind of stuff on the shelf, so it wouldn't be that hard to
You
put you all
would be
back
surprised
together.
what you can get for a rectum these days.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. So, and she's going to look up at everybody else and be like, now I have no problem killing him because we were the supplies.
Yeah,
I thought the
this would
shells were
clearly-
the supplies.
No.
No, it was probably us.
Yeah, this was clearly a trap. I feel like we'd be doing a service, really, to like the general public.
She's going to lift up her shovel. Shall I?
Alright.
By all means.
She'd like to.
Irwaz just hides her face in her hands.
I'm not gonna hide my face in my hands. I'm already hiding my face in the corner, still upset about that kazoo that wasn't a kazoo.
I'm going to try and decapitate his head with the shovel by, like, you know, stomping on it.
Alright.
Oh,
Roll strength.
Oh, line it up and then boot it.
Make sure you keep his lips for Tam Tam.
I don't want the lips. I don't have a kazoo.
You
14.
crack him round the head. Trickle of blood starts running down the middle of his head, and he just looks at you and goes,
Is that all you got?
Nope. No. Can I hit him again?
"Yep,
Can I just go and shoot him in the head,
you can, yes."
given that I have
Oh.
a handgun?
You might not need to.
Well,
Ooh.
the doctor cracks him again, and this time he falls to the ground and starts twitching violently.
If we just wait a minute.
Yeah, as he says, you'd be amazed how much money you can get for a rectum these days.
See, that would totally be the episode title if that wouldn't like put people off.
Yeah, that would not be a good episode title.
Maybe something like, "Can we please stop killing everyone?" You're
All I'm
21,
saying is
15.
when I came in here, I had no intention of killing the man. Like,
Yet
I was
somehow
having
you
what I
always
thought-
end up doing so.
I
Either
was
you or the good
having-
doctor.
I was having what I thought to be a perfectly pleasant conversation about the merits of tape. And I tried to give a demonstration, and what can I say? Like, he just went off it for no reason. He's the one who decided he would cheat and use a cleaver, and it's his own fault that he cut into his own arm. I specifically said, y'all, don't go using that cleaver. It is unsafe and also cheating.
Irwaz looks up and goes, "At some point, we need to start making contacts, not enemies."
I mean, I wasn't trying to make no enemies. I was just trying to have a bit of friendly banter.
Well,
Your friendly
given
banter
given
has.
that you have now developed this pattern, you might want to reevaluate how you are doing that.
Also,
I mean, I'll
also-
be honest with y'all, he don't seem like the most friendliest of guys in the first place.
Aye, but you're
Okay.
the only one he tried to kill.
I mean, that's because he is just an angry sort of guy, and he was
Was.
looking for someone to take it out. Well, yeah,
Is he
was
still
an angry
twitching?
sort of guy.
He's slowly stopping twitching.
I want to
Gonna
make
hit him
sure.
again,
Yeah.
Can I hit him again?
Yep.
Yeah, put him out of his misery.
Poor sod.
I mean, like, I was standing there taking notes, but if y'all insist.
Get on.
I insist.
Yep, you just twat him over the head. He doesn't stop twitching. In fact, the twitching gets worse.
Oh. Can I shoot him through the skull, through the brain?
Roll. Add your handgun. Or it's your archery, whatever one you're doing.
Fuck.
If anything, it bounces off his skull, and he continues to twitch.
Oh, metal inside the skull. Ah.
Put it in his mouth. It's probably not
Any-
metal in there.
Anyone got armor-piercing rounds?
My finger's in there.
I mean,
Well,
could
fish
put
it
him
out
in
then,
hand.
good doctor.
No,
I mean, I
no,
don't-
because if he clamps down while her hand is in there, she'll lose the rest of them.
Yeah, also,
Yes.
I take issue with your choice of words right there. Like, I feel like we could use a more, I don't know, like, less objectionable term.
Tam Tam, I think I like you.
That's all right.
So what are you going to do now?
Is he still twitching?
Yes.
Can I work out why he's still twitching?
Roll electronics. Yeah.
Ooh,
Electronics, goodness.
I forgot I had that.
You do recognise that at least some parts of him were machine.
Can I taser him?
Yes.
That would work better.
Do a normal roll and we'll see how this goes.
Why? Would that not have a handgun bonus?
Nope.
Really?
In this case, no. Naturally 20.
Oh my
He
god.
shoots back up to his feet and his eyes bolt open. And
Hello,
you
Mr.
just
Carey.
hear
How?
No.
I suggest we run.
I mean,
I am going to try and communicate with this person because I've never heard this language before. I mean, language isn't really the same as music, but it does have a sort of a nice bounce to it sometimes. So I'm going to try a variety of basic primitive languages just to
Roll.
see if I can interact. Oh,
Can we push the doctor and Tex out the front door at the same time?
yeah, I would appreciate that. I
Well,
am the
I
most
just-
mobile right now.
I was going to say I would like to run somewhere and grab any supplies that he had for good finger replacements and then book it.
do try and talk to him in various languages. He doesn't seem to respond. He does start going haywire and starts swinging wildly at all of you. Can everyone do me a dodge roll, please? So I do dex.
Dex.
Otherwise, it's
I
fine.
mean, I suppose
Oh,
it
dear.
makes sense given the situation.
Tam Tam's fine. Oh, the doctor might get hit as well.
Why do I get the feeling we're about to be carrying
Have you heard of the term
again?
karma, perhaps?
Left arm of Tex. 20. The left arm is removed violently from Tex.
Does he have any bits left out of interest?
Tex has his left leg and right arm.
The main trunk that the
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
ball is sitting on.
The doctor
Oh, yeah.
gets hit in the left leg, 4, and just gets a slight bruise on her left leg.
Ooh, that stings!
This is sort of karma. The Belric gets a limb removed, and Susie just gets a slight bruise. But yes, carry on.
It's a bit
I-
uneven, that karma.
I managed to pinch some finger parts.
Yes, you pinch like a whole bag of random parts.
Okay.
And oil
And I
and-
took the dirty medical supplies, which I'm going to sterilise up and gift
Could I-
to Irwa.
Could I implore you all to like take the bowl off my body and like just run and we can find another robot body later on?
I will construct you one!
I mean, sure, but like I would kind of like to get out of this room with the crazy Hulk thing that's trying to murder me.
I'll pick him up and run.
Okay, so you're just picking the bowl off of the top of Tex and running.
Yeah.
Is there anything important on Tex's body that we need?
The ear is still stuck to the side of the glass,
Yeah.
so you should be fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to lose like literally everything I had, except from what was in the fishbowl.
Which was most of your stuff, let's be honest.
Yeah, but I've
All
still
the
got the
shells are
castle
in
and the
there.
plant.
Castle, the
Castle the
plant,
plant and like 2 shells or something.
the ear. Oh yeah, because some of the shells were taken out, weren't they?
Yeah.
So
Alright. I
you're
guess
going
we're all
to- you're
running
going to run
away.
outside.
Oh, she's going to bolt straight for the hideout and
Right, okay.
proceed to hide in it.
So what's Erwaz and Tam Tam doing?
I am going to grab. Well, I say, yeah, I do have a little grabber, don't I? Little grabber arm.
Yes.
I'm going to grab the ear off of Fishbowl as the good doctor runs past, and I'm going to say to Mr. E, there have been developments.
What developments? What is that screaming?
Terry is upset.
What did you say to him?
He kind of like nicked himself with his cleaver, and like he just wasn't very happy about that.
He accidentally almost killed himself. I
And
put
then-
him back together, and now he's trying to kill us.
What? Terry wouldn't do that. Did you pay him?
We gave him
I
all the
said
shells.
accidentally.
Incidentally, did you leave the bag of shells on the counter?
Oh, yes. Well, that was the money we were meant to give to him.
Also, I feel like we're trying to make quite an expedient getaway.
We can run while we talk. Well,
I mean,
I
to
don't know
not
about you. You're in a
expedient enough. Expedient enough
Talk at all
to.
at the moment.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that.
Silent.
You're only in your fishbowl. You have no way of talking to us.
How are we going to
Yeah.
get to communicate with you? I guess we can work it out once there's less homicidal maniacs chasing
Yes,
us.
go around the castle clockwise. No, go around that.
It might have to be that simple because
Yeah.
Why do I feel like it's going to be a while before anyone bothers to get me a body?
it would be a lot easier if you didn't go around upsetting everyone.
This
Just
does
thinking
seem
out
to
loud.
be becoming a pattern with tech.
Just going to make a sad fish face.
Oh.
It's okay,
I
no one can see
feel-
because I've put you down somewhere in the the basement or hideout. Put a tea towel over you.
As the doctor is running, I assume the doctor can run slightly faster than most of you.
Maybe, I mean, I don't know.
So, I assume Urbaz and Tamtam are leaving Terry's shop.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
what is Terry doing at the moment?
Terry's just sort of lurching around violently.
Is he actively chasing us?
No, he's just lurching around violently.
All right. Well,
Can I
Steer
make a
clear.
fish or move around the fishbowl in such a pattern that would suggest maybe we should burn the building down?
You're not there.
Oh,
You
what do you
ran
reckon it
away.
was? What do you reckon it was?
I really don't know what's going on. Like,
If we could reset him, maybe. But I don't know how to do that. All I know is
At this point, since the doctor has closed the door after her in a way to sort of get out faster, Terry runs into the wall, falls into his back, and is still flailing on his back as if he hasn't realised he's fallen over yet.
he's in a pretty bad way.
I can try another electronics roll, see if I can figure out a way to.
Just steer clear of his arms. Get ready to dodge or something.
Well,
I-
your taser is still embedded into his head.
Oh,
Yeah, but is the
can I pull that out then?
if
It
the
is
trigger
barbed,
isn't
but
being
yes, you can.
pulled,
Okay, I will try and pull that out.
Okay.
are you still holding the trigger, or have you just is it just that the metal is embedded?
No, it was just left stuck in him. It's not still
okay.
going. Would that be a strength roll?
Yeah.
why are we all so intent on saving this human chop shop owner / probable cannibal?
I want my taser back.
He's definitely a cannibal.
Yep, you remove your barbed taser, it does rip huge holes in Terry's face, including a large
Oh.
chunk of skin that seems to reveal a metal plate underneath.
Okay, but do I get the barbs out?
Yes.
And then what happens?
Terry is still just flailing on the ground, like he's
Oh.
running, but he's sort of rocking back and forth.
Because
Well-
he doesn't realise he's on his back.
Like a dog having a dream.
It's like a dog having a dream, yes. He's just continually spamming, and you just hear a sort of like,
I'm going to get you.
I wish Index would wake up right about now, because she's really good with this sort of thing.
To be honest, I'm not sure we can kill him. Frankly. I think we're better just leaving.
Yeah.
And I'm going to swipe the shells on our way out.
Oh, you wouldn't. What about swiping some of the shells out of the bag? Because you might not remember how many shells there were in there, but take skim the top of. But don't take
I'll
the whole
take
bag.
like 40% of them.
Okay. Can I write a note somewhere, scrawl a note, on the counter next to the bag, saying, "Sorry about Tex."
as Tex's arm is still lying, twitching somewhere in there, yes. What are you going to write it on?
I'm just gonna dip my grabber arm in some oil and then scrawl it next to the bag of shells on the counter. Really, just straight onto the counter.
What? Sorry about Tex.
Sorry about Tex.
Let's see what happens to... By this point, Terry begins to slow down and you see steam coming out of his mouth.
Uh oh.
God. Right,
Now-
we're going.
Now, I'm not an expert in these matters because, despite being a robot, I know nothing about robotics or any of that nonsense. But that doesn't look good. I
No,
am now
it
going
doesn't.
to play a sound file. Danger! Danger! Warning! Warning! This robot will self-destruct! And peg it for the door.
Okay. What's everybody's doing?
I am leaving.
Okay, so how much of the shells are you taking?
40% of what was in the bag.
Alright.
How much is that?
Just to say there was 100 in the bag, so let's just say 40.
Okay.
So as you get outside, there is the sound of more frantic, and then there is a massive explosion.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh well.
As Tam and Irwaz leave the now burning butcher shop, can both of them roll me an awareness check, please?
Oh, bollocks. I don't want to do this. This is gonna go badly.
Yep, it is.
Ah,
Okay. So,
My excellent
Tam
hearing.
notices a flash go off.
I get. Why am I now thinking we're about to be framed for something?
Well, you know, I don't think it's framing if it is our fault.
It wasn't
It's
our
not our
fault. It
fault,
was
it was
Tex and the
Terry's.
doctor's fault.
It was Terry's fault.
Alright, so we see a flash. I'm gonna say to Irwaz, heads up, big flash of light.
Okay. Irwaz didn't see anything.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell her there was a big flash of light.
Okay.
A flash? Oh. Would I know if a cyborg like that exploding would cause that sort of flash of light?
Roll electronics to see if you think it could be.
Fuck
Natural
knows.
1, you completely think it's because Terry just exploded.
Don't worry, it's just because he was a mix of biological and robot and exploded. It's fine.
I mean, it came from a different direction, but I don't know anything about electronics, so you're the boss.
It came from a different direction.
Yeah, but it must have been a reflection or something off of a window.
Yeah, must be. Oh well. And we continue back to the hideout.
As we go, I'm going to just put on, I don't know, like a fairly jaunty song. Feeling like maybe sort of 50s. Maybe some swing, actually. No, and I'm going to put on some swing, just, you know, for musical sake of putting on some music to cheer myself up after the loss of a kazoo.
Right, okay. So, you return to the hideout. As soon as you walk down the stairs, you find Tex sitting on the edge of the kitchen with his fishbowl, very, very badly damaged, cracked, but just well enough together that no water's leaking out of it. And you also find the doctor in the midst of cleaning all the medical supplies she found.
Hello, friends.
I'm going to set my volume to 3, which is like a normal talking volume, and start playing Home, Home on the Range in the corner, while everyone, you know, goes about their business of whatever the hell they're doing.
Alright.
I
Being
go
a
over
fish.
and attempt to commune with Tex.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that we can manage some basic communication through fish body language.
I imagine that, or using the Martian technique of having, like, the alphabet around the entire of his fish tank.
He's got enough duct tape for us to write letters on it.
I mean,
I
that's
do want to
true.
point out I did give myself another minus awareness for the lack of visibility from all the duct tape.
How are you going to survive from this point onwards, Tex?
Probably not well, but I am dedicated to stick on till the bitter end as Tex. Although I am
I
getting
can sprinkle
flashbacks.
some crackers in his water if he's hungry.
I mean, I wouldn't say no, not only because I can't actually communicate verbally currently.
I wouldn't say no, because I literally cannot say no.
Yeah, I'll sprinkle some crackers in his water.
Right, okay. At that point, I will have you're sort of making noises that you need to speak to it.
Oh yeah, we told him there was developments, but then got kind of cut off. he's just been sat there thinking, oh fuck, what have they done now?
Either that or he's heard everything we've said and done since that point.
Yes.
I'm going to go with that one, to be honest.
Either way, he's got his head in his hands thinking, what are these idiots doing?
Oh no, he's probably incredibly happy because here's a group of idiots that will accidentally destroy anything I send them to, and none of it really gets traced back to him.
Oh my
Yeah, we
God,
just walk in the room and everything falls apart.
It's true. It's true. We don't even intend to. We go into a room with good intentions and we leave out, and literally the only person in that room explodes.
See, that's where you're going wrong. Is you're
We're the
going in with
perfect
good
weapon.
intentions.
Oh my
We are the perfect weapon for
Right,
him.
so you're saying if we go in all guns blazing, we're actually going to turn out to be best buddies?
Mm-mm.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Then again, last time we went in friendly, it was Dennis, and he ended up so well.
Yeah.
But we didn't go in friendly for Dennis.
I am taking no
We
blame.
did.
I'm taking no blame whatsoever.
No,
for
I mean,
this.
that was not the doctor's plan, but I never said she was nice.
It's fair. And as the global surveillance satellite moves out of range, we lose sight and sound, for now. Hopefully signal will return again soon. Until then, the cast of 2115 were Amy, Belry, Dragon, John, Rolf, Rowan, Susie, Tom and Nikolai. With music by Daniel Bostrom and artwork by John Moore. All tales and experiences within 2115 were created by Nikolai Popsky before being broken and reshaped by the cast into an eternal sense of hopeless dystopia. But if the threat of eternal dystopia looms in your future, comfort yourself with the finest icosahedrons in the land from dndice.co.uk, where the name Penance RPG at checkout will shave 10% off your order and make that fear lessen, at least for a while. Penance RPG exists only through the kind support of patrons and quiet sobbing into the void. If you would like to assist in the balance of support versus our crying hungrily in the fetal position, come to patreon.com/penancerpg and choose one of our epic rewards. We are eternally grateful for any support you could give. Farewell for now, and remember, smile! It might never happen!
I can't believe we keep killing people. Is this normal? Is this normal?
So the
I only
doctor
kill-
would.
I
like
only
to
kill for food.
No, so okay, let me rephrase that. Tom is asking, is this normal?
I mean, I'll be
for
honest.
Cyberpunk all the time.
It
Generally.
is for most post-apocalyptic settings. You're
Yes.
either almost getting killed, or something bad will happen to somebody. But mostly, it's usually Belry's characters that die.
I mean,
Because he
yes,
gets himself into these sorts of situations and then his characters die.
But I do genuinely try and be diplomatic about things.
I know, but you always manage to do this.
I think it's just out for everyone.
So, no, it's not always quite so bloodthirsty. But
I like how I
sometimes
had to specify that this was me asking you guys.
Yeah.
Tam Tam.
Like I said, that's why we're here. That's like one of the upsides of doing an accent.
You're doing the accent now.
Yeah, that was for like emphasis. That was for emphasis.
Oh, yeah, I'm terrible.
I mean, yeah, I'm not very good at them, but I like doing them. They're fun.
Yeah.
Look, one of our most successful ventures in an old Cyberpunk campaign was we literally only killed maybe about 2 or 3 guards by accidentally running over them, but most of them killed themselves on the electric gate. Yep. And then the party managed to kill itself by trying to drive through the electrified gate.
Yeah.
And Havelock was the only one who survived because he happened to wear Wellingtons.
Yeah. Yeah. Havelock was like a less functional version of
Yeah.
Dr. Stein.
Yeah.
We need to do something about you, Tex.
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks to the time I played a ghost in someone's zombie skull attached to someone's hip.
It's alright, I may have some interesting cybernetic enhancements in the bag that I swiped.
I mean, I'll be
Technically-
alright as long as I can talk for now.
It's plausible that we could go back and salvage something from Terry's workshop stall.
It's definitely possible.
Put me
But it
on
has-
Terry's body.
Oh my god! But it has been pretty blown up, so
Oh.
even your leg or arm or both.
Honestly,
still in
what I'm
there
imagining,
might be destroyed.
what I'm imagining is pretty much a remote-controlled fishbowl car.
Yeah, I was picturing the exact thing you linked in the chat a while ago.
Oh yeah.
I was like, we're going to make him that.
Yeah.
And he'll have a lid.
No, I'll suffocate.
Did you take your hat with you, by the way? I don't know if we...
I mean, it's not up to me. I hope they did. I hope the hat
mean,
is
take
still
his
on
hat.
top of the fishbowl.
I'd like to point out, Tex, that we can actually, make holes in lids. Lids aren't impenetrable devices that, mythical things.
No, but also I appreciate the comedic effect of just having the open fishbowl.
That's true. In which case,
And I also appreciate the hopeful comedic effect of just having a fishbowl with a cowboy hat on it right now.
Maybe the fish is claustrophobic. That's why he doesn't want a lid.
Yep, that's it. That's the canon reason.
It is now.
Hmm.
Welcome to character building with Beverly.
So, does anyone have anything else to wish to add before we stop?
Yes, but I can't because I can't speak.
Index is having a nice little nap in my storage compartment. She missed all the fun. Somehow the explosion didn't wake her up, but she's old. She's getting on. Doctor, any progress on that rat immortality potion?
Not since last time you asked.
Right. Okay. So no,
Well,
necromancy doesn't count.
at which point do you expect me to have done this?
I'm not sure, but I don't want to find out.
Well, you know that they've got a lot of these drugs. We could try them out, so obviously the pink pills are not the solution.
Indeed.
It's a shame Ron wasn't around because probably would have enjoyed everything that happened to Tex given what happened on Friday.
Yep.
Quite
This is
possible.
going to be incredibly entertaining.
Also, you might have actually been useful in terms of dealing with Terry because she's a whiz at electronics and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I meant more that.
Yes, that would have been perfect.
That would have been
I
very
meant
useful.
more that she
Oh.
wanted to be dead.
Yeah, they have it in for Belry at the moment
Yeah.
because we were playing
Stupid
like a
death.
true or false game,
Oh yeah.
and Belry made it competitive.
Hmm.
And then won by 1 point. Well,
No.
it came second by
You
1 point.
I won.
Who's making
They
it
were fighting
competitive
for second
now?
place.
Who's making it competitive now?
Oh dear.